All right, that's how I be my higher SBS football on YouTube. Football related issues and I discuss the new season as Osha other leagues in the BR started the Spanish La Liga, even though Real Madrid Barcelona and Timmy starting more gave due to the fact that the Spanish Player Union urged to Musa if Spain me a drew final clubs and the players echo to the semi-final no. Clubs and then started and more league, until say league, around it for a while. So these two clubs echo. But then the big issue, the English Community Shield about so the Gunners, Premier League winners and as holders, or money FA Cup holders, Manchester City and a that game, and they in a way and here say what will become of Manchester City post Pep Guardiola say Oja team Akko. A lot has been said about Enzo Maresca, the Okoye with Chelsea winning the Club World Cup. No one feels that there is a lot of optimism ahead of the new season. Actually, these two managers, Pep Guardiola and Juma at Manchester City, dominating the English League and Europe, the UEFA Champions League. So Maresca Eba with a lot of hype hovering around him, so he's the man to continue. Juma Pep Guardiola editor but then again Arsenal shell by 3-0 and they raise a lot of topics going into this game. Now two questions were being posed. Are we going to see an Arsenal team defended that deep, utilizing the set pieces, and also we are going to see a different dimension to the Arsenal game, and so we will be out here game now though almost CD possession to Manchester City around 56-58%, but to me and translated that dominance in terms of possession into goal scoring. Now City losing 3-0 does it mean City any chances in the game? And there were a couple of openings, chances be a buy to Erling Haaland, but then again in my own view, my opinion from last season, and then they say Arsenal's best player wasn't Declan Rice. My view has always been that goalkeeper David Raya and Arsenal's best player from last season, and watch us me feel say he's the reason Arsenal won the league and are starting the Community Shield, even though at the World Cup a lot rooted for him. Say Nanka De La Fuente a chance to keep the post for the Spanish national side. Nemuno keep with Unai Simons, the FIFA World Cup, back in the post again for Arsenal. Some brilliant saves and then the Gunners. And Arsenal looked a bit different from last season. Last season, the fluidity of one attack, sometimes somehow and shadow flows and a typical Arsenal style of play. But in this particular game, we saw Arsenal fly from all angles whenever they are in possession. Transition was so quick. Carl Fury the first goal for Arsenal, and then the said Arsenal I don't really say but the Gunners prove said they need more, they are made of more. Arsenal echo share the second goal and the third goal. Now share Carl Havertz back in the team, on second goal, and then I brought your friend said Martin Odegaard. Now Martin Odegaard, it was quite funny the way or keeping a composure. I said Donnarumma, I best wear and son or pass the ball into the net. It was a bit funny, but that shows how confident Arsenal are. Football, one thing, a little knowledge about football tells me that winning boosts confidence. When a side are able to win for subsequent and as a consistent number of time, and the confidence and a promo. But 5 things to talk about. I will think I will game a Barcelona. I feel that the first of all, it was a nightmare start, and then the best of starter. Now Manchester City, under Enzo Maresca, Obiaka said he's the next Pep Guardiola. Now, anytime football managers more transitive and also whoever comes in, especially managers need very successful, the weight of expectation, and also and Caribbean City, the size of City, I say. A traditional club sort of to say the Manchester United, Liverpool's, the AC Milan's them. But whenever a team building a niche for themselves, they tend to be a clubber. They would not settle for anything less than the levels are not more. So Maresca in a very bad start. Calafiori shared the first goal under 2 minutes, few seconds, and almost shared. That is not a start. I hope as a new manager will take you over. And as a will replace a celebrated manager, arguably, Bimu say he is one of the managers, best managers of all time. Bimu Crown ranking higher on the apex of the ladder. Coaches he's ranked highly on top. That is Pep Guardiola. So Maresca got off to a 4 starts in the starts and he seemed not to have any solution to what was happening. Sending Mikel Arteta and any team, setting up and how they were playing and going about their business. Another point that Trossard, free Arsenal, all from Brighton and Hove. When they say the Divock already of Arsenal, he was very impactful player of Arsenal. On numerous occasions. Caught heroes now, you mentioned his name. Free when I was looking at who becomes the possible replacement for Leandro Trossard, because Obebia Obwa Arsenal team no. And Arsenal signings be one that not many thought of. Christos Zolis and the first competitive game for Arsenal, 2 assists and Unyai. It doesn't get better and bigger than this. A new player who started for champions, and then you get a gamer. The style of play, how quick he was in the game, and the precision of the passes. I think that's Arsenal a suitable replacement for Trossard or free a team. Then Arsenal, they are not losing guard in terms of their defensive shape. Man City in their chances, but how they put their bodies on the line to block such chances now City in your NHS. Arsenal are back again, and the ambition that Mikel Arteta said they are very ambitious this season. They would want to win every title possible. I think that you would have to agree with him, because the first starts in a very competitive game. Akoye Arsenal, but I'm sure the history of the Community Shield I am a bit misleading. I'm sure the number of times the Community Shield winner actually to win the Premier League from. I think the last team to have done it was Manchester City. Liverpool, the time almost had that winningness. He was going to compete with Erling Haaland. In that particular game, that winningness, Haaland was a pale shadow of himself. Player than Dortmund, yes, I could see. But the season started, we saw Man City say all guns blazing. They won virtually every trophy available, with Haaland scoring a record-breaking goals. In the record City, he did very well. And I'm sure that it was a terrible season for him. It is by the record of the Community Shield, winners from the Community Shield now, it does not necessarily say wow, Community Shield, then you continue to win. But the big question here is that Pep Guardiola called Liverpool's Jurgen Klopp exit, and a slot every shame. Slots by, straight away, you got things running. Liverpool winning league, But the following season, reality check, set in. And we say he's not fit for Liverpool. Liverpool for Ejano Kai. Enzo Maresca, and so Abba. Onim Man City, a couple of the players now Momo, Grealish, Munina, and game minute to do Kumu, they played very well. But so free Pep Guardiola, Abba to Maresca. I was thinking more of the Manchester City star, but they looked a bit unrecognizable. I will start now, mobile, and personally, that's how I saw them. And then another talking point, Elliot Anderson. He came in a region of 125 million pounds, a huge figure. I'm a fan. But Russian boy, Sunny Anebo Zolis Abasona for a player joining Manchester City. I don't think it was a great advert of himself to the fans of City, the citizens. He didn't do a lot of things right on that particular game. So winning just a doom for Manchester City. We a curtain raiser for the season, but highlighting areas via City, SSN and Sana season, or more approaching it very well. This is SBS Football on YouTube. My catch said next week your league, ever started. So betting course, but ever share. So check a crap, no one subscribe it, no one share mine. Together, now you grow channel. This is SBS Football on YouTube.